This Friday is Veterans Day, and all this week on The 9 we are featuring reports and interviews on and about veterans leading up to the Veterans Day holiday.
And this morning we're talking with members of Bay Area police departments who are also in the military.
And joining us from the Alameda County Sheriff's Department is Deputy Jason Deichman, a Sergeant Major also in the Marines. Thanks for joining us. And on my left here is Officer Jade McLeod from the Vallejo Police Department, who was in the Air Force as an Army Ranger. Thank you both for coming in. My first question is in regards to the transition from the military to law enforcement here. And I'll start with you, Jade. Was it an easy transition? Because some people assume that because that, you know, oh, you used a weapon, and discipline in the military, discipline in police departments and sheriff's departments.
To be quite honest, as far as the weapon, it wasn't for me, because going from a rifle to a sidearm was a little bit different. But yeah, easy transition. I think we're bred to listen to standards and procedures and learn to follow them, so it's an easy transition in that. The only transition that's a little bit different is for the family. We get to come home at the end of the night, which is awesome. I'm sure Deputy will tell you as well, being in another country for up to 12 months at a time and not being able to talk to your family. Now the transition into being able to come home at the end of the night, whether it's a 15, 16-hour shift, is a bit different.
Yourself, Deputy?
It is. That transition is very similar but different. You're coming in. The camaraderie is the same. The brotherhood is definitely there that you have in the military. Transitioning was a little different. The regimentation just a little bit different, but it's not that much different to transition.
Can I ask you about the public reaction when you gentlemen are out in these uniforms? Let's say on BART, right? Do you get a different reaction than if you had been in a military uniform? Because when I see someone in a military uniform, the first thing I say is, thank you for your service. Do you get that in these police uniforms? And I'll start with you, Jay.
Yes, ma'am, we do. When you're out and about, you get the thank yous, and sometimes you get other people's views that could be negative, but again, you have to act like a professional at all times and understand that you represent the city that you're wearing, or the department that you're wearing. As long as you keep that and you stick to the script and you stay professional and courteous, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Have you worked with a lot of other former military people who are in your line of work? Are there a lot at the Sheriff's Department, for example?
There is, absolutely. We're actually a pretty tight network in the Sheriff's Office. We actually just had our Veterans Ball last weekend, and we've gotten all our veterans together within the agency, and we get together every year for Veterans Day and celebrate.
And when you think of Veterans Day, when you go home, what comes across your mind on that particular day?
I'm still proud to serve. I'm still serving, and I really enjoy Veterans Day because I know, even, you know, I just met him today, and the camaraderie just between him and I, we just met. The veterans, we do stick together.
Veterans Day for you, Jay?
It's a very somber feeling. Obviously, we think about our sisters and brothers that are still fighting in harm's way, and then I'm honored to speak on behalf of Vallejo Department. We have about 20 or 30 of us that are in the department, and I wish they could all be here with us, but yeah, the brotherhood's even stronger. We know what we've been through, and there's always that person that you can go to and talk to that maybe just a regular police officer doesn't know. So that's always inviting as well. So
I'm guessing in your work as law enforcement officers, you might come across people who are very down and very out, perhaps homeless on the streets, who are veterans themselves. How do you connect with someone? You are two success stories here. You're both doing well. How do you connect with someone who is on the opposite side?
I think we're able to break down just that little bit of a barrier between the law enforcement. You take just a little bit of a step back where they're going to relate to us just a little bit better because we maybe chewed the same dirt.
And you tell them, you say, oh, I serve too.
Absolutely, once you find out.
You know, we had someone on air Monday from Swords to Plowshares. He's the executive director, and he said that suicides among veterans is a national crisis. Do you know anyone who's lost, who maybe couldn't make that transition, not necessarily has taken his or her own life, but can't find a job?
Yes, I have. I've been put in that position before, and actually I've had a friend call at a very late time, and it was one of those things where you just pack your stuff, you get up and go, because you know what they're going through, whether it might be financially or whether it might be the transition of coming back to the States and not finding a job, and essentially they just need someone to listen to, so they're calling you for a reason, and I think you need to pack your bags, you need to go there and help them ASAP. And yeah, I've had that happen before, and I felt good of the outcome, but you just got to, like, again, be there and listen to what they need. Even if it's drawing out an outline and helping them out. So
you're a shoulder for the citizens of Vallejo, but also for other vets. The same for you, Deputy? I mean, your ears are open always?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm, like I said, I'm still serving, and I've given my phone number to all my Marines. Day or night, they can call me.
That's that
anytime.
brotherhood. All
Absolutely.
right. Deputy Jason Deichman and Officer Jaden McLeod, thank you both for joining us.
Thank you
for
for having
your
me.
service. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back after the break.